Hello, hello! Welcome back to another episode of Monetize with Megan on Mondays. Hi! Today I'm talking about not only the crossroads that only successful entrepreneurs stumble upon, but also the secret weapon that has allowed me to meet this crossroads with ease and grace. And it's also been like the secret weapon to my seven-figure success. And it's also a weapon in which I support my own clients in developing for themselves as well. So we're going to go over some good juicy stuff today. As you pop on, say hello, let me know where you're from, let me know that you're here. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I would love, love, love to dive in with you. So I am feeling that what I want to talk about first is the crossroads. Otherwise, the secret weapon is sort of irrelevant if you don't come upon this crossroads. And this crossroad that I want to say every entrepreneur, but if we get really fine with the detail, it's actually only the successful, and I mean successful as in those who have really launched their business, they're full in on their business, they're making money in their business, right? Those are the particular entrepreneurs and business owners that stumble upon the crossroads of fear. And how do I make a decision at this crossroads when I am overwhelmed with fear? Because those that can withstand fear and the pressure that fear provides are the ones that prevail. These are the people that you see that come out and they create beautiful businesses that serve the world. These are people that create beautiful lives that serve their family. And what happened is not that they were fearless, not that they had it easier, but instead that they actually knew how to move with fear and how to continue to make decisive decisions in the face of fear, right? That these entrepreneurs, including myself and most of my clients, now have developed this muscle, which is the secret weapon, have developed this muscle of being able to facilitate themselves, being able to lead and hold and love themselves in a state of fear without being convinced of the limitation, which is an illusion, that fear will present over and over and over. So again, it's not about getting rid of the fear. Right? I built my businesses as a single mother. I now have a family of 5, a big team. Believe me that which I used to be afraid of has actually only increased. The difference is that fear doesn't take me out anymore. And so while, my clients come to me and into a journey with me or into the container with me for some very solid strategic planning and ways to increase their income and bring in ideal clients and customers, we actually must also take care of how do you manage when you are overwhelmed by fear? Because the fear does not just go away. And I see a lot of people who are waiting, right? That are like, oh, I'll do this when I'm a little less afraid, I'm a little more confident. And any successful entrepreneur who has made it past, that 7 or that 6 or on to 7-figure marks knows that the fear doesn't just dissipate, doesn't just go away. You don't ever wake up one day and go, now I'm confident, now I am fearless. Right? And so when people come and they work with me, it isn't just about the strategy. We also have to know, how do you lead yourself? Do you know how to facilitate yourself? Do you know how to be in a dysregulated state and come back to regulation? Can you make a decisive decision when you're experiencing dysregulation or fear, right? These are attributes of leaders, of entrepreneurs, of business owners. And so I highly encourage you, as you're also looking at your strategy, that you are harnessing the skills that allow strategy to ever even be successful. And that comes down to choosing to listen and then follow your intuition. That's part of the secret weapon that has served me for over a decade, is that even when I'm overwhelmed with fear, I can remember to follow the intuition and not the fear. Now, sometimes those align and they're like the same direction. And sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't. And so instead of waiting to process and heal and get it right and feel confident, you can actually allow your business to be building its momentum and its wealth and its brand footprint in the marketplace, while also building your skill of being self-led, right? And that doesn't mean that you do it only when you're comfortable. Self-led is especially important when there is an overwhelm of fear. And so with my clients, we break it down into 2 steps, which is 1, listen to the intuition and then follow it. Oh, my thumbs it up. Thank you. You receive the intuition and then you follow it. The next piece to this is so important. It's actually the reason why most people receive their intuition and choose not to follow it. It's because they're being led by a fear of getting it wrong, or of failing, or of being rejected. And so they're trying to control. Do you ever do this? Do you try to control an outcome? Right? I'm going to control the outcome because I don't want to feel judged. I don't want to feel disliked. I don't want to feel like a failure. So I'm going to control the outcome by letting fear tell me, don't do this, because then you have a very, you have a chance to feel that which you don't want to feel. Right? So you trying to control how you feel, and not wanting to feel something like rejection or failure or getting it wrong or not knowing what you're doing, being new again, by trying to control that is actually controlling you. It's something that one of my mentors shared with me a long time ago that I still remember to this day. That which you are controlling is actually controlling you. So if you're trying to control an outcome, a hypothetical outcome of a future that you aren't even living, is actually controlling you today in this moment and the decision that you're making now. And it's this sort of deep dive into when you come to the crossroads in which fear is overwhelming. Do you go toward your dream, or do you go toward safety, perceived safety? This matters so much more than strategy, because with the most amazing, beautiful strategy, if you come upon this crossroads and you choose perceived, illusioned safety instead of your intuition and your ultimate freedom, there is no strategy that will ever make you $1 million, $10 million, or maybe even $1,000, right? So this is the deep inner work that most business programs are missing, or other business programs have only the inner work and you don't know the strategy that you're supposed to do. You can have it all. But I promise, without these pillars of wisdom that we've gone over today, no strategy will be your saving grace. Only you can be that, right? Only you can be that. And so learning how to be with yourself, facilitate yourself in moments of deep fear and overwhelm, that is your key to success. That is the key to any great strategy. That is the key to any great leader who can withstand the pressure. Because as I move into multiple 7 figures a year, the pressure does not lessen. It doesn't. Right? But I become more developed. My inner leadership becomes more pristine and precise and decisive and confident. But that's because I did it in the midst, right? I built my business in the midst of the fear. I learned to expand my capacity to be with that fear, to love me and guide me and lead me during those moments instead of fetal position and turning the other way and going back into safety or going back into the known. Because what is beyond the known is for you, I don't know. Right? I don't know. I still don't even know what that looks like for me. My business is anew every single day, the way that I am anew every single day. And so as clients come into my realm and we play with their perfectly aligned strategy and their natural rhythm, we're also playing with these pieces that will either make or break a successful business. Is who is leading that business. And the one who is leading that business, do they crumble every time they feel fear? Or do they integrate, right? Do they come and let themselves be held? So much of what my one-on-one clients benefit from is the co-regulation. That, hey, this fear that you're feeling right now, even though it looks like all this great success, and with each success comes with a matching partner of fear, right? Maybe that is of rejection or of failure or of losing it all or of looking bad. But so much of what my premium clients have required is co-regulation and knowing that actually this is part of the process. Your evolution, your spiritual evolution, your personal evolution is part of the process. That is your business. And the better at being yourself and being with yourself you get, the better your business does, the more tangible your results become. So I would love to hear what crossroads are you at right now? What is scaring you, right? Where do you feel afraid to move forward? And if you are at a point in your business that their fear has been activated, then I want to congratulate you. Welcome to the path of an entrepreneur, where every new success is also met with a level of fear you didn't know once existed. And I invite you to learn how to be with that instead of run from that. If this sort of intuitively led business speaks to you, here's your formal invitation to book a call, an intuitive wealth session, so that we can map out what a solid strategy for you and your natural rhythm and your business looks like, as well as maybe where there's some clunky energetics, right? Maybe where fear is running the show instead of intuition. Maybe where you fetal position and run away instead of lean in and look fear in the eyes and realize it's nothing but a story, right? All of that is a business strategy. It's not just one part. It's not just marketing. It's not just sales, right? It's also the inner leadership. It's also expanding your capacity to be with all things. So you can find the link below this video, and I hope we get to chat soon. Bye for now.